Hello, everybody. This is Larry, your good friend from the Darkness Haunted House. And look at these other props we have for sale. And we got an interesting topic here today that we're going to talk about. And because I've got a lot of topics that I want to talk about. And I want you guys to leave comments below and tell me other topics you would like me to discuss. Now, this used to be an actor's room at one point, and look at it now. It's just walls of speakers, okay? And there's a few things left in here, but we're gonna get it cleaned out. And look what I found. A whole entire box of ghillie suits. I found tons of chainsaws with those like fake blades, tons of them, tons of weapons still in the wrappers. I mean, this is ridiculous, okay? Absolutely ridiculous. Look at that wolf head up there. And I got to find out what the hell is in there. Does everybody want to know what's in there? I do. And then all these tubs just full of stuff. And then look at that. Those panels from Ghost Ride Productions back there, never used. Some silicone masks sitting back here, not used. All these clown guns that I don't even know if work or don't work. And the charging stations are back here. I mean, this is ridiculous. So we're going to try to get all this in one location. What is this? Holy cow. That's Krampus stuff. And what's in here? Oh, I gotta take this out. Whoops. God dang it. Hold on a second. Look at all this Krampus stuff here. A whole container full. Look over here. Look at these clown shoes. And look at this. There's one of those, I don't even remember who sold that. Does anybody remember who sold that? You put that cage on your head. It's freaking cool. But I'm going to get this out. I've been trying to find any, look at that hat, Krampus stuff that I can find to get it out for Krampus. All right, so we're gonna go upstairs and look at the retail store that we've been working on. More Krampus stuff right there. Look at that. Krampus. Look at that. All Krampus. And then I found this Rudolph. And there's his costume, and I don't know where the snowman costume is. And here's a handful more of some of our Krampus costumes. And look at that little snowman. It's funny, isn't it? So, today, we're going to talk a little bit about should you remove a section of your haunted house to add a retail store? And the answer to that is 1,000% yes. You know, and I wanted to talk about this topic because we're removing all of TerraVisions. You know, I removed a little bit of TerraVisions a little bit at a time, trying to make, you know, the retail store bigger. And then I wanted to like make it perfectly square, and I realized I couldn't do it because the only way I could do it would be to eat into the queue line. It's like, I can't do that. That would be like a wholesale rebuild. And that's what led me to think, just get rid of it and start from scratch. Literally start from scratch. And here's the thing. Some people in the haunted house industry, and they're really not haunt owners, they're just people who follow it, and they make comments online saying things like, He's been removing parts of his haunted house for years. The haunt is, whatever. Here's the thing. TerrorVisions has a queue line, okay, where we separate people again. The new TerrorVisions that's going to be non-black light will actually not have a queue line. So that queue line is actually pretty big. So the space, essentially, the space that I have taken away for the retail store is probably the exact space of the queue line. So actually, it's not in any way, shape, form, or fashion going to be any shorter than it was to begin with. And do you know what will be bigger? My retail store. It's going to be significantly bigger. And I've actually come to the conclusion, and let me just kind of explain to you what, like, doing all of this nonsense, I'm just calling it like a haunted spring cleaning, where we literally gutted the shop. We have filled up about almost 70 yards of trash and have more to come. We're clearing out that room over there. Do you see this room over there? Let me point to it. Okay, we just came from it over there. Okay, now that's the room with all the speakers stored in it. That room is probably, I don't know, 600-700 square feet. So that could become part of the haunted house now if I get everything out of it, because that's exactly what I plan on doing, is getting it all out 100%, and I could actually expand the darkness into there. But when I remove this queue line and the need for it, you're going to walk out of the original darkness right into this next attraction. There's just not going to be any stopping. You're just going to keep going. The haunt will be back essentially to what it was probably in the beginning. It's going to be about a wash. And maybe it's a little smaller, because I also plan on putting a direct route to get out of the building. Now let me show you what I mean, okay? In order to show you, we're gonna look at the ceiling. Okay, so do you see this door right here, this big old giant door? Okay, right above that, that's where you walk out of the original darkness into the queue line. So do you see where my camera is? And I'm showing you kind of the brick wall. That's basically the TerrorVision's queue line. That's basically the amount of square feet that has been removed for expanding the retail store. The clown car is sitting right there. So here's what we're going to do. Right here, we're gonna take 4 feet from the wall in, and we're gonna go all the way down. So I can show you exactly where the exit of TerrorVisions is at right now. I know exactly. It would be roughly right there. And do you know what that is right there? From that beam, probably to about right here, is an actor scare box. And all we're gonna do is make a corridor all the way down. So the actual size of the new haunted house, it's gonna lose some more square footage, because we're gonna take this whole access corridor. So when you come out of the original darkness, you can go behind the clown car and you can connect into this corridor and get out straight away. So whenever we're designing the maze, and say the maze goes over here, you'll be able to also get out of the maze faster as well, because you'll have access. And do you know what else? The actors will be able to run through, up and down, in and out of different sections, almost like they're roamers. So that's how it's gonna be going forward. And so the question is, should you remove a section of your haunted house to build a bigger retail store? And the answer is absolutely yes, but you shouldn't just remove a section of your haunted house to build a retail store. You should add a section onto your haunted house where you could also add a lot of photo ops, a lot of things they can take pictures of. I'm a firm believer now that everything's about experiences, especially escape rooms as well. That people want to just have an experience, okay? It's not about like, do you have the best puzzles? Do you have the best experience, okay? Which includes puzzles. But with a haunted house, I think people just they really want to take a lot of photos. They want to take photos. They want that experience, okay? And that's what you got to give them. So I have a 2-year plan here to reimagine the darkness. And it would be like, well, if I would have known that when I built it the first time, I wouldn't have done it the way that I'm doing it, the way that I ended up doing it, which is all about haunts. I think people go into these retail stores, and if you load them up with all kinds of cool stuff, it's almost like a whole nother attraction. And so I also want to redo this exit museum area as well. And I want it to be a full-blown horror museum on the way out. And everything's about taking photos. I'm not going to have video games or any of that stuff. I'm going to get rid of it all, okay? And I'm going to make it an experience, okay, where you can go in there and take a lot of photos. And one of the ways I'm going to do that is I'm going to buy some full-size characters, some animatronics, and, you know, things will activate and go off, and so on and so forth. And it'll be mixed with museum pieces, maybe mass collection. I mean, it could be all kinds of things. So for me, 2026 renovation will be all about tearing out the museum and starting from scratch. That's what 2026 is going to be. So 2026 will be all about creating an interactive horror museum that leads into my gift store. And then 2025 is going to be all about taking this haunted house, this TerraVisions, and removing it and replacing it with a more traditional haunted house that I also believe can double up as an escape room if or when I get the escape room building connected to the building that I'm in. So that would give me yet another escape room and give me ability to make more money off of this, but also connect people to my retail store. Does that make sense? And so by expanding the retail store and connecting it to my escape room, it's going to give the ability to sell things that are not necessarily horror, okay? So let me give you an example. At my escape room, I just literally bought candy tins, okay? I don't have them yet. I just paid for them. But like I would go into Spirits and I would see these tins of like, you know, Pennywise, and inside is like sour candy or something. So I went to their website, and that's how easy it was, to be honest with you. And then I noticed they had Rubik's Cube tins of candy. Well, that's perfect for my escape room. So why wouldn't I sell that? Why wouldn't I get a liquor license? Which I did, okay? So what makes a lot of sense is for me to take this new little area that I'm going to get when I expand this building, which would give me another 1,800 square feet on the second floor. It would actually give me another 1,800 square feet on the bottom floor. So maybe a lot of this storage could be moved over there, and another attraction could be put right here under the one above. Who knows? That's for the future. But what I do know is that wedge over there, it would be perfect to build a VIP experience for the darkness, which would include that as a private bar with the arcades and the videos in there. And people would literally pay double to experience that. But also you could have corporate parties in there for the escape rooms. I think it really is a difference maker, a separator. So I'm just a person who believes that it's never too late to admit you made a mistake. It's never too late to learn new tricks. It's never too late to make adjustments. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So I have changed my mind on how to redevelop this upstairs literally 50 times. I wanted to do like an interactive museum that you would walk through. That would make the haunted house smaller, and it wouldn't be a haunt. But then I thought to myself, wait a minute. What if I could make it an escape room and a haunt? Well, that doubles it up. And what if I tore out what I have existing upstairs and made a smaller version of an interactive museum? And you made the gift store bigger. Now, I really do think the darkness, it would be exactly what I dreamt that it could be one day. And I think that's where I'm going to head. And I don't think I'm going to be ripping out scenes. I don't think I'm going to be adding any more animatronics. I don't think I'm going to be changing any scenes in the darkness. I'm going to focus on this new section. And then I'm going to focus on the museum and the gift store. That's what I'm going to focus on. And so should you take part of your haunt out to do exactly the same thing I'm doing? I think absolutely. Because I think attractions today are about experiences, not necessarily how scared they got. I want to give you an example. Like in Chicago, and I wanted to go there and make a video of it, but I didn't get over there in time. But they've got this big, giant experience where you pay a ton of money to get in, then they sell you tons of alcohol, and you just walk around and take photos. Any one of us could do that. And you know what else? We should. Because if people are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars, actually millions of dollars, to do an experience like that, it makes sense. Now I'm going to give you an example. Okay. We have a baseball field here in St. Louis. Of course, they're not open in the winter. Of course, they're not open. Okay, so guess what? They decided to do something similar to what I'm talking about, but they're doing it for Christmas. Now, these people have no experience whatsoever running attractions. They have no experience whatsoever dealing with people like this. So their first weekend they opened, they literally got trashed on social media. They got trashed by the legacy traditional media, meaning the news, the newspaper. They got trashed by everybody. But it got me to thinking, I could partner up with them and do a Halloween event. That would be so easy. It would be so easy. I mean, it would be like taking candy from a baby, okay? And it's the perfect because they've already got a liquor license. They've already got like all the concessions and everything all lined up. It's like the perfect marriage, right? So with that being said, okay, and I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I'm just saying that would be something to do, okay? But why do people go to those events? Is because they want to have experiences, okay? Does this make sense to you? They want to have experiences, okay? And this is one of the kinds of things that are taking people away from haunted houses because they want to celebrate Halloween, but they don't want to get scared. And so I think the more you make your haunted house an experience, you stay competing with those events as they start popping up in every city near you, okay, unless you do it yourself, something to think about. Or you make your haunt more of an experience and less reliant on just scares and screams, okay? Does this make sense? So we're going to head upstairs. And I've got my light. See, look at that. A photo op. That's what people want. They want photo ops. This is what they want. Now Patty's up here somewhere.
What, Google?
Patty, I'm making a video.
You are.
Tell people what you're doing.
I am dusting off the Christmas toys. Because they sell really good during Christmas, during Krampus. Especially if you can get your hands on Home Alone ones. Oh, they sell really good.
These sell really well.
Oh, especially the especially Harry and the other guy. I'm sold out of the other guy. I have one left of Harry.
There's Thanksgiving.
I mean, they sell really good. I don't even know if you can still get them. They might be collector's items at this point.
So, are you excited about the retail store getting bigger?
I am not excited about how much work it's going to be.
No, are you excited
But
about...
I am excited.
Okay, but the topic of this video is, should people like take space out of their haunted houses to add such an attract? Do you think this is like a retail business, or do you think it's kind of an attraction that adds to the experience of coming here?
It's definitely an attraction.
It's an attraction.
Yeah, and we've even had people thank us for creating it. Like people who didn't even buy anything, just walked around and had fun looking at it. Thanked me for having it, you know. So yeah.
So that's your take.
That's it.
So when this gets expanded, and I'm gonna explain this. So, and I have to just kind of like the whole topic that we're having, okay, is about this room here. This wall is not going to change, okay? This wall is not going to change. All of this is going to change. All of this clutter up there is going to change. That's not going to be here. That's not going to be here. This wall will be a photo experience. That is the plan, a photo experience. And this retail store will get bigger. Now, I've said this in other videos, but when we built this building, this door jamb has never changed. The way you get out has never changed. How narrow it is, although that wasn't there, that 5-minute escape. This wall has been here since day one, from day one. Now, when I was explaining to you downstairs about creating the access corridor, I'm going to explain it to you just a little bit better. Okay, see, this is an actor area, okay? This is where they actually exit. So, when I said that we're going to lose a little bit more square footage, okay, it's going to be an actor corridor that the actors, you see where I'm at right now? This going forward, all the way, with that wall being gone, all the way to here. See, that's the real brick building. That's the real building. So from here, straight shot, all the way out. It'll make it easier to operate the attraction. It's going to make it easier. So like for example, there could be a door jamb here and the actor could jump out right here to this area. So we're basically just going to take this all the way down. We're not removing the ramps for the tunnel. We're gonna leave it exactly as is in the same spot. Now I wanna say, because this is very important to say, this new haunt isn't going to be some Taj Mahal haunt. Our goal is to try to make it gory and scary and build it fast. Because guess what? We only have 6 weeks to do it. So we're gonna see how good we can do it, and we're gonna try to do it very quickly and very fast. And we're also going to try to use a lot of techniques that I've learned over the years to try to accomplish this. But getting back to the subject, I want to make this room an experience. So this will be part of 2026 renovation. All of that's gotta go, because all it is toys anyway, and that room is full of them. So I want to create full-size characters. I want to build something that holds them, but maybe like right above them there's like a line of masks, maybe lit up pumpkins, and then maybe like there's more props above because we want to go all the way to the roof. We got to get rid of this, we got to get rid of that, and we want to make it an experience where you'll stand exactly where I'm at, take pictures. You'll literally go over there and take pictures. And if I can get this wedge built, all these pinball machines, everything here will be moved out. And so there'll be monsters on this wall and photo ops all through. So this will be a big photo op experience that would lead you into this retail store. Now, to kind of make you understand really, really, really well, is that this retail store, I almost believe like it was somewhere, I don't know. It might have been to that beam over, and that's how big it was. And probably it was built to that beam, because I'm guessing it was where that wall was. So that wall, I think, is right here on this beam. So the original retail store was this big. That's how big it was. Then when we decided to expand it, it was, I want to say, out to this piece of carpet right here. And it was expanded by this much. And I was like, you know, I kept looking into TerraVisions again and again and again, trying to figure out how we can, and I think we did it like 3 times, 4 times. But do you know why it's not set up the right way? Because I had to climb up on ladders and get up on the top and look over the top of the walls to try to figure out exactly how could I get more space. And in order to take this wedge right here and take it straight over and get rid of this nook and this nook, right? And to get all this to go all the way back, even with this, it couldn't be done without savagely destroying the maze. So that's why this goofy nook is in here. That's why this goofy nook is in there, okay? But ultimately, I thought to myself, well, that's where that puppet clown thing was, which actually was really cool. But I knew right away I need to get rid of TerraVisions and take it all the way over and across. And with the ultimate goal being recreating the darkness into a better Halloween experience, okay? And then in order to do that, you have your access over there to your secret bar, which will be in that wedge. This will be an experience all by itself, okay? And you have built a haunted house that can also now double as an escape room. And if we build that wedge, our customers from the escape room will be able to come over here to the year-round now retail store, and we'd be able to sell our 5-minute escape room as an experience year-round as well. It all blends together. And you know what it's taking? Time and money. But if you believe in what you're doing, you're not afraid to do it. And it's just going to take time. And by the way, here's the tins I was talking about. See how they have Scooby-Doo? So I bought ones that I think I can sell at the escape room. Why not? I bought Rubik's Cube and a Pac-Man. Okay, and of course I bought horror as well. But Patty, let me ask you something. What, when this thing's expanded bigger, what might be added to the mix here?
Organization.
Organization? Okay. But we're gonna have more room, so what might be getting added to it?
Nothing needs to be added, it's just organization.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing that could be added right off the bat. Make it more of an experience. And how do you do that? Well, let me show you. First off, you see this seed of Chucky and Tiffany. But look at that up there. See how I bought that full-size Groot? It just went up on the shelf. It's like not that big of a deal. It's kind of cool. Okay. And you know what else? See that alien pod up there? And you see that guy over there? And here's Annabelle. And here is Pennywise. Something could be made for these full-size characters so you could see them better. And more full-size characters could be bought and put in here. And maybe we could expand beyond horror. And what I mean by that is, and I always say this, Back to the Future, okay? I always say Back to the Future because it's just so retro, it's stupid. But yeah, I mean, you could probably start doing some stuff outside of horror and do things that are retro collectible. Star Wars. There's so many things, I mean, you can't even add them all up. But we have a lot of space. And you know what's really fun, though, is you don't need a plan. You just need to do it and then figure it out later, okay? Because once we've made the space, trust me, it'll get filled. One of the things that we're doing is we're going to go to the Halloween Party Expo this year, okay? And with all the extra space, we might also look at Hauntworld a little differently too as you're walking around. Maybe you can see something. There's also gift shows that you can go to. And we might go to one of those and see. But who cares what you're putting in? What matters is that you're expanding the retail store and trying to make it an experience. And I'll tell you another thing that could go in here. Let me take you over and show it to you. You know what else could go in here? That creature in Black Lagoon right there could go in there. Just in a corner. Why not? Nobody's saying he can't. How about this Martian? We actually could put this Martian in there because we bought that from Distortions and we could sell it. Why not? It's called On Display. For sale, on display. You see that Slimer? We can get those and sell those. That's easy to get. That's from NECA. Those can be bought and they could be in the retail store for sale. Okay? Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, look at this. We have a Christmas Krampus section down here. All the Christmas toys all lined up. And look at this. Cookies. Christmas cookies. Of all the things to sell, Christmas cookies. And where's the Christmas mug? Show us. Give us a tour. Well, show me. Where? Ah, they're right here. Look at this. Happy holidays. Home Alone 2. Yeah, some Christmas mugs.
I know you don't even know what this is from.
Oh, and look what else she has here. Christmas
Greeting
cards.
Hey, I bet you don't even know what that's from.
Festive Feats of Strength Champion.
Festivus.
What is it?
It's from Seinfeld.
Yeah, why I was going to say Seinfeld.
Oh!
No, because I knew it probably had something to do with Seinfeld because you're such a fan. And look at this. Raised by Elves. Yep, it's all here.
Now those will be half off for Christmas.
Half off?
Yeah.
Oh, and look at this. Some of these. This might be a big seller for Christmas.
Good stocking stuffers.
Good.
Our Darkness playing cards are always good stocking stuffers. We'll be having a sale on those.
Yes, very much so. Well, there you have it. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. And make sure you follow us. And do me a favor. And let me know if you're interested in any of the props we have for sale. Because we're going to have quite a few of them for sale. And even more. And our goal is to put tickets on sale for Hauntworld. With the all-new retail store. Our all-new Actors Room will be part of it. Our all-new retail store will be part of it. A brand new haunt at the Darkness will be part of it. And we're also talking about doing one scene downstairs if we can get to it. Plus our alien escape room will be part of it. And we've done quite a bit of work over at the Lamp as well. So yeah, it's all going to be part of it. So we look forward to doing this tour. And I can tell you, and I've said this before, but people didn't believe me, and that's okay. But I think doing tours is coming to an end, and it's probably going to be after 2026. But people are going to say, you always say that because all you care about is money. And no, I don't care about opening for Transworld. I really don't. It's actually super stressful. We didn't do it in 2020, 2021, 2022. We didn't do it for 3 years straight. We did it we did it in 2022. So we didn't do it for 2 years. We did it in 2022, but it was limited to 275 people. Okay, it was limited to 275 people, and it was just a behind-the-scenes tour. And then in 2023, we did the same thing. We actually put the tickets for sale literally 7 days before Transworld. It was limited to 275 people. It did sell out. It sold out in a week. And so for 2 years, we never did any tour where there was actors or anything. So we didn't do a tour with actors since 2019 until we got to 2024. So in 2025, we do plan on doing the actors because we're going to do so much better at it. I can promise you, we have a plan. We think we're going to do fantastic at the Lemp and the Darkness, and everything's going to be new. It's going to be changed. You're going to see a lot of cool Unit 70 props that we've ordered that you won't be able to see anywhere else. All that will be here on display. So I don't know when we're going to put those tickets on sale, but it'll be sometime in January, after we're good and cooking on this haunted house. So with that being said, believe it or not, we are selling this, which is hard to believe. Leo and Stitch.
He sells so good. I didn't even know who he was. But shame on me, because I should have been carrying him a long time ago.
So she says. So she says. So anyway, one other thing I want to say. I'm going to say this too. This is kind of like breaking news here. When it comes to reimagining this room in here, this one, okay, and reimagining it, to reimagine the Darkness as to try to create the ultimate Halloween experience, I've actually already started buying stuff for it, even if I don't get to it until 2020. If I don't get to it until after next Halloween, I've already started buying stuff for it. Okay, I've been getting on Hollywood auctions, where they auction off like screen used props, screen whatever. Okay, and I haven't bought anything yet because I'm in the midst of bidding on a bunch of stuff. So I'm already starting to lightly collect stuff. And I will tell you this, here's my plan. My plan is to go back to Mask Fest. And probably, I don't know, maybe I don't know if Monster Palooza or not, but I'm definitely going to go to Mask Fest. And I'm not going to go to Mask Fest with a car. I'm going to go with a truck and like a trailer. And I'm going to go there on the first day and I'm going to go berserk. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go berserk, buying stuff to be part of my new way that I'm going to present this museum as all photo ops. So I think I'm going to get a big mask prop collection and some memorabilia and just kind of mix it all together and just forget the fact of arcades and pinballs and all that and go straight for photo op city. That's what I plan on doing. And if I build that wedge over there, okay, this Walking Dead game, for example, and these pinballs will just be wheeled right over. So that's kind of the plan. That's what I plan on doing. So, I don't know. If you follow my vlog, you can follow along and see how it all ends up. But I'm just here trying to share information with you, the haunted house owner, operator, because I don't plan on doing any more seminars. Probably never again. Doesn't really interest me. I find this way more rewarding. to communicate with the haunted house industry. So there you go. So anyway, I guess I will let you go, and we will see you soon. And we'll end on this vacuum cleaner.